Everyone knows Donna Summer is the queen of disco, but she's really much more than that. She was a singer whose voice could work for any kind of music. Well, her voice is known primarily for all of these disco songs from the mid to late 70s. She also transcended that. By the early 80s, she was doing more sort of new wave and pop rock kind of thing. She went with the trends. But the thing that's really amazing about Donna Summer's voice is how pure it is. She's not a singer who flitted around a lot. She didn't use these sort of Mariah Carey melismas. She didn't use a lot of fancy runs. She hit the notes straight on and stuck with the melody. And she had a perfection in her tone and a power in her lungs that allowed her to do that and still express great character. There's so many songs that she brought to perfection through the muscularity and beautiful tone of her voice. Obviously, you know, the first one that people know, Love to Love You Baby, is, you know, in some ways a comedy record and a novelty record because she's doing the deep breathing. There's incredible arcs to that record that go beyond just the heavy breathing that really are showing her as a singer. She was really important in a lot of records that became seminal, not just in the dance world, but in the electronic world. In the songs that she made, like I Feel Love with Giorgio Moroder in the 70s, it was really setting a template for all the electronic music that would come after that. She also had a voice that was so strong, she could go up head-to-head with Barbra Streisand. You know, on Enough Is Enough, they had this kind of face-off of a single where they're sort of topping each other constantly in the verses, and it just escalates and escalates, and it really created a classic, real duel between singers. She affected so many people, not obviously just fans and people from the 70s, but all kinds of singers and other artists. Barbra Streisand has spoken out about the power that she had, Nicki Minaj. So, you know, people from various generations, of course, have responded to the purity of her sound and to the sheer force of it.
She just owned the 70s disco era, you know, really her and the Bee Gees. And not only that, but she made great music and really progressive music. Things like Love to Love You Baby and I Feel Love Like still influence music today.
She was such a force for such a long time, and you know, she has a kind of immortality, I think, forever.
She had kept it a secret that she had lung cancer, at least from the public. She had been suffering for quite a while, but she was just 63 and died on Thursday, and it came as a shock to a lot of people. But it's a huge loss to the music world because when you still went to see her on tour, you could see that she retained the purity of her tone and the power of her singing. Let's dance for love.